Hi, everybody. It has been a little while since I popped in here, and since this seems to be the day that I am doing lives in other groups, I thought that I'd pop in here and say hi um, and talk about morning routines. That is what I am talking about in other groups this morning, so I thought it would be a really um, fun thing to talk about in here. So today's Wednesday wisdom quote, I put a couple of different quotes in there, and you'll see the third quote is something that I usually use when I'm speaking about my morning routine to other people. I have a morning routine that works for me. It makes me feel like I'm a better person, and I know I'm a better person because of it. And changing my morning routine, setting up my morning routine, made all the difference in the world to me. As business owners that work from home, sometimes it can be a little hectic. It can sometimes be that we're scattered and we have so many other things to do. And it's hard to say that you're running a business and you're not having your thoughts on something else that's on the side. But your morning routine is something that you technically do before you start your day. It's something that you do before you start your work day, I should say. Hi, Stephanie. Thanks for joining. So I just wanted to come in here and give you some of the insight that I am doing in my uh, morning makeover challenge that's going on this week. And we are talking about morning routines and how to set up a morning routine. And today we're actually sharing with each other what our morning routines look like. Um, we're Today is the day where we are listing out the way we want our perfect morning to be. And let's face it, we all know that every day is not a perfect morning, but we can set it up to be perfect for us, if that makes any sense. So what I just wanted to come in here and share with you what my morning routine actually does look like. Number one is no electronics. Hi, hi, Katrina. Thanks for joining. So, number one is no electronics. I do not turn on my computer. I do not turn on my phone. I don't do any of that because it's too distracting. My morning routine is set up for me. And of course, my morning routine has changed a little bit because most of you know that I've sold my home and I am living with my daughter, her husband, and their four children through the summer until I actually do relocate to South Carolina in the fall. So, the my son-in-law leaves for work at 6:15 in the morning, and the minute that that door closes and I hear his truck start, there's footsteps coming down the stairs of the kids who are waking up, and I am not used to that. And I, not that it's a bad thing, but I'm not used to that. So all I did was, instead of starting my day at 5 a.m., I start my day at like 4:30 a.m. so I can still fit everything in. So I wake up, and the first thing I do in the morning is meditation. I have been meditating for over 20 years, daily, 7 days a week. It works for me. It's something that is such a habit in my life, I don't even think about it. I literally wake up and I do my meditation. Most of the time, it's a guided meditation, and it's about 20 minutes long. When I'm done with that, I start my exercise routine. So I'm now up and out of bed, dressed in my exercise clothes. I do exercise 5 days a week. I shouldn't say I don't do exercise on the weekend, but I don't have a set time for it. But Monday through Friday, I do. And I get up and I either do walking, I do stretching, I do yoga, whatever whatever I feel like that day, I make my calendar out a week in advance so I kind of know. But if it's a yoga day and I don't feel like doing yoga, then I just do stretching. Whatever it is, I get that done. And then I come out to the kitchen very quietly and I have a quick but healthy breakfast. I'm a big oatmeal fan, so I eat a lot of oatmeal with fruit and nuts mixed in. I might have a smoothie, not so much these days, only because if I turn the blender on, it makes noise and I don't want to wake anybody up. Again, not your own house, so it's kind of a little hard. And I've had to change my routine a little bit. But I have my breakfast and then I jump in the shower and get ready for the day. I shower, I get dressed, I stop, I look at myself in the mirror every morning, tell myself it's going to be a terrific day, what an awesome person I am. I spend, 30 seconds doing some really positive affirmations. Then I come back downstairs, and because I have my no, hi Mariette, because of my no electronics rule, I think I've shared this with you before. I actually keep a paper schedule, which is a calendar and a planner all in one. I sit down at the kitchen table and I give myself 15 minutes. It might take 10, might take 20, depends on the day. I go over what's on my calendar, what my agenda is, if I have meetings, what clients I'm talking with, whatever's happening. Thanks. I love that I talk to myself in the mirror too, Mariette. It actually is really helpful. When somebody first suggested that to me, I balked at it. I was like, I'm not going to talk to myself in the mirror. What do you like? This is ridiculous. It helps. It really does help. And I will say that sometimes throughout the day, I stop and I will just sit there and do that all over again, depending on how my day is going. But that's the last piece of my morning routine is that I go to the kitchen table and I sit there and I have my paper schedule and I go through it. Things might have to be rearranged. I want to make sure I've given enough time to everything. If I have to rework something, I make notes so that when I do turn my computer and my phone on, I'm able to just start my day, make any calls that I have to change things. So that's my morning routine, and I am hoping that it'll give you a little pause in your day so you can stop and think about how your mornings go. Are they as smooth as you want them to be? If they're not, where can you tweak it? Where can you make those changes so that your morning is what you want it to be? I'm just going to look through the comments and make sure. Let's see. It is an awesome confidence builder, Maria. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Stephanie, things I say in the mirror depends. Most of the time, I always tell myself, you are awesome. You are going to have a terrific day. I always make sure that I say things like that. And then it just, the words flow as I'm doing it. It may be kind of silly. And a lot of times, for those of you, again, that have been with me for a while, you know that I do a lot of singing. I never sing in public, and I never sing really outside of the house. I do a lot of singing in the shower, and I do a lot of singing with the kids. The grandkids have now caught on to it, and they've said to me, Grandma, you should have become a professional singer, to which my husband rolls his eyes and says, if only they knew you didn't sing on key. But to me, singing is like that little sing song, make you feel happy. That's how I give my answers to people. I try to make up my own tunes, or I'll do nursery rhyme tunes when I'm singing the answers. So a lot of times I will do sing-songy kind of things with myself, and I'm not going to embarrass myself and do them live on camera. But that's how I do my affirmations. I know, silly, but hey, it works for me. And like I said, you do what works for you. This is your life. This is what you need to do to make it the best for you. And I like to have fun too. Having a business and living your life shouldn't be so um, stiff. And a lot of times I think that it is with certain people. I know that it was with me for a really long time. Um, I'm basically shy by nature. I am an introvert, and a lot of it's difficult for me, especially in the beginning, talking with other people and going to mixers or going to chamber events because it was hard for me to just say, hey, my name is Pamela Leverance and I own this business and I help with this kind of stuff and blah, blah, blah. For me to do that was really difficult. So, part of my morning routine, part of my affirmations, part of what I do has helped me come out of that shell. So I'm able to do that. Doing these lives, being on virtual summits and podcasts have really helped. So the more that I put myself out there, and the more that I work on these things behind the scenes has made it easier for me. All right, so I have gone on enough, and like I said, I wanted to pop in, let you know where I am, what's happening, and I will talk to everybody really soon. I hope you have an awesome day. Go out there and be awesome.